I'm just about ready to create my first mythical champion in Raid Shadow Legends, but I would have gone this a lot sooner if I didn't make a very easy beginner mistake. Today's video is all about making mistakes and what mistakes to avoid as a beginner that are really easy to fall into without you even realizing. The number one mistake I made early game was feeding my champions that I didn't realize were important. A good example, I was playing through the campaign, I wanted to get my Kale leveled up to rank 5, and I fed a sorceress. I just thought, it's a rare champion, doesn't really matter, not a big deal, right? And, well, yeah, you can farm them from the campaign, but it does take a little bit of effort, and I ended up farming this and feeding it away to level up my Kale. And then later on, getting the Fuse Relic Keeper mission was a little bit more time-consuming because I had to go and farm for these champions again. And I did the same thing here. This was a really, really big mistake. Earlier on in my Raid Shadow Legends career, I just really wanted to get a champion 6-star. I can't remember who it was. It was a legendary champ of some kind. And I had this guy. And I also had this one. I had these two. And I decided to feed them away to level up a champion because I was just desperate and wanted to save some time. And yeah, maybe that saved me, I don't know, a couple of hours of grinding. But what it lost me was weeks, months of waiting to get this champion again. I got this one pretty quickly, but this one I only just got recently. And I can finally fuse my first mythical, but I would have been able to do it. I would have been able to do it months ago. Another really important tip is not using a beginner code when you start your account in Raid Shadow Legends. Make sure you click the link in the description or scan the QR code over there, and you get all of these champions as you level up. When I first started playing Raid a long time ago, many years ago, I was playing it a bit more casually than I do today. I didn't use a beginner link. I didn't use a promo code, and it was really, really hard. And my old account, I never play on anymore because I did use a beginner link on this account, and I've been playing it for a long time. And I have some really good champions thanks to my beginner promo link. I got Alice for playing back then, and I also got Sun Wukong. Nowadays, you can get Ezio and also Pelops with the code RAID7. That's another really, really important tip. Another really important mistake that I made was just using all my shards. I thought, well, if I get shards, I should open them so I can get more champions and make my account more powerful. And the truth is, you'd never want to open your shards unless you're doing it as part of some kind of tournament or event and there's some real, goal for it. For example, there was recently a Hero's Path that allowed me to get one of my favorite characters from the Assassin's Creed series, Edward Kenway. Now, he's a pretty good champion, and I managed to get him just by opening my shards and getting points in a Hero's Path event. If I had just opened those shards without any event, then when this event came around, I wouldn't have any shards saved up to be able to take advantage of this. So never open your shards unless there is a specific event going and you can get some kind of benefit for it. And you should calculate how many points you're going to get from that event based on how many shards you have. And if you even have enough shards to get this. There are sometimes fusion events that will come along, and you'll need to do a bunch of different events and tournaments to get shards or champions to fuse up to the max champ, right? These are special limited time fusion events. And sometimes you can be a little bit squished on terms of your resources. And when I first started playing, I just started going into one of these fusion events, thinking that I had enough resources, and I didn't. And I just ran out halfway through, and I had a bunch of epic and rare champions that just weren't really very useful, but I didn't get the legendary, right? It was kind of like this, right? You had a bunch of the same blue tiers, and then you have to fuse them up into epics, and then fuse that up into the legendary. And I just ended up with a bunch of blues and a couple epics because I didn't have enough resources. So firstly, don't use your shards unless you're using them during an event and you get some kind of benefit towards maybe unlocking another champion. And secondly, make sure you calculate you have enough resources before you even start a fusion event. It's a really important one. Another tip is make sure you join a clan that is active. You don't have to have the best clan in the world, right? And you can just join clans in the clan page, which is great. There's also a whole clan thing here. But the thing is, if your clan isn't active, you're going to struggle to get double rewards on Demon Lord. So, for example, this has got infinite health. So, today, all of the health of the Nightmare Clan Lord has been defeated. So, if I take part in this Nightmare Clan Lord today, I will get double chests. If all of the health goes down to 0 and then it goes to this purple infinite bar, you'll get double chests for that. And your clan has to work together to do that. The second thing is Siege as well. Siege is something that you really want your clan to be active for because it just means that you get a lot more rewards. Like, I just got some mythical feral gear. I got a victory chest, which has some fragments for another champion, some more mythical accessories. Definitely make sure your clan is active. This also goes without saying, clan versus clan tournaments are a lot easier when your clan is active. And if they're not active, you won't even be able to take part. So don't feel shy to leave your clan if they aren't active anymore, because you're going to really struggle to progress through the game. The final tip I have today is not focusing your missions. Honestly, just getting on here and taking a look through what you can work towards long term is a really good strategy. You're not always going to be able to do like a mission every single day, right? But if you kind of have an idea of a long-term plan that you can work towards, it's going to really help. For example, I need to fuse Razen Scarhide right now, and I just haven't really been focused on it. So I'm kind of not prepared for it. If I start leveling up these champions in future champion training tournaments, then when I finally get the last couple champs I need for this, I'll be ready to act on it quickly. So definitely pay attention to your missions. Try and make progress there. And bear in mind that it's a sort of a slow grind here. But the sooner you start making progress, the sooner they'll be done. And if you put them off, well, you're never going to get them done. It took me so long to get Arbiter, which obviously you need the 10 out of 10 in a Great Hall for. And, well, we finally did it. But I could have done it months earlier if I was more persistent with the missions. So that's the final mistake that I made. Hopefully this video was a little bit useful. Let me know if you have your own suggestions for new players in the comments, and I'll see you there. Cheerio.